Okay. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Brahmasutra. So today we are taking up second pada, second section of chapter 3. First, let us offer our pranams to Sriman Narayana, Vedavyasa Maharshi, and Saraswati. Narayanam Namaskatya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. So chapter 3, we are discussing chapter 3. It's about the spiritual journey, sadhana, spiritual practice. Section 1 is journey of soul after death. A ignorant person, what will happen to him after death, how difficult it is to get a human birth was described. Section 2 is giving some hope, light. So you can get from the cycle of birth and death through Jnana, Atma Jnana. So the questions about Atma Jnana is described in chapter 2. Pada 2, section 2. Section 3 and 4. So I understood Jnana, but still I have not realized. So then what are the preparations which you should have done to get Jnana? Upasana. So this is 3 and 4. So we are coming to chapter 3, section 2, Tattvamasi. So the teaching of Vedas, Upanishad is Tattvamasi, Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam. My inner self Sakshi is nothing, total universe, innermost essence of universe, Brahman. So I am Jiva, I am feeling separate from the universe. My innermost reality called Sakshi, Atma, is the total reality of the universe, existence. So I am the infinite Sat Chit Ananda, infinite blissful self. So that realization is called Atma Jnana, that's called Jivanmukti. So here, when you speak of Jivatma, we are speaking of the Jivatma word Jivatma. Jiva plus Atma is there. Jiva is the consciousness identified with the body and mind, Chidavasa. Atma is the Sakshi, witness. Together we call it Jivatma. We forget the Atma and live, I am a Jiva, body, mind, intellect. So the Atma is Paramatma. The individual self is the universal self. So this understanding has taken. An ignorant person lives in a mode of suffering because he is the ego, Jiva. Jiva has forgotten I am the Atma. I have forgotten I am the Jivatma. I live as Jiva, identifying with the intellect and mind, manas and buddhi and body. Whereas a Jnani has a purified ego. He understands I am the Atma, pure Atma. Atma is Brahman. So we have to understand Jiva, Jivatma in ignorance, where Jiva has forgotten that I am Atma. Always it's Jivatma only. Jivatma has forgotten that I am Jivatma, Atma, then it becomes in bondage. Jivatma recognizes that I am Atma, Atma is Paramatma, then it becomes free. Then becomes Jnani. So today let us take up the next Adhikarana called Sandhyadikaranam. Om Atato Brahma Jidnasa Om. Sandhyadikaranam has 6 sutras. Sandhya means when two things join. That the Sandhya Vandana we have heard, morning, afternoon, evening. When sunrise is there, early in the morning, before sunrise and after sunrise, the time is called Sandhya Kala. Like that, Sandhya Kala, here it's between the waking state and deep sleep state. That's called Sandhya Kala. So Sandhyadikaranam is analysis of the dream state and waking state. So now, Sutra number 319, 320 and 321, between the waking and deep sleep state, there's a real creation. Waking and deep sleep state. Between the waking and deep sleep state, this is called Sandhya Kala. Sandhya, joining. What joins waking and deep sleep state is dream state. In the dream state, there's a real creation. This is what Purvapakshi says, based on the teaching of Shruti. There's a real creation. I am seeing a forest, I am seeing a tiger. The creation is real. Why he says real, we'll find out. Okay. So then he also gives a quotation from some branches of Vedanta, where self is the supreme Lord. He is the creator of objects of desire while we are asleep. The Lord, Ishvara, creates the dream. So if Ishvara creates the dream cannot be unreal. That's what he says, because Ishvara is real. So 320. Then the Siddhanti comes, says dream is mere illusion, because its nature is not similar to the waking state. This is the 3 sutras. There are six sutras. These 3 sutras. Basically, Sandhyadikaranam means between the waking state and dream state, waking state and deep sleep state, the intervening period is called dream state. The dream state, is it real or not, is the question being asked. Why the question is asked, we'll find out. So then some quotation from the scriptures also is given to say it's real and Ishvara is the creator of that. Okay. So the Siddhanti comes and says, no, it's not real. It is mithya, unreal. Okay. So now, why this is taken, let us understand. We go through 3 states of consciousness: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Who is that we? Jivatma. So Jiva identifies with these 3 states and said, I woke up, I dreamt, I slept. Jiva. Okay. There is actually, these states are superimposed on the Jivatma. Jivatma, when it recognizes this is a superimposition, I am free from these 3 states, will get mukti. So waker's consciousness, dreamer's consciousness, sleeper's consciousness. There are 3 states. Atma is the observer of these 3, Sakshi. So I'm not none of these states. So in these states, the waker's gross world, waker's gross body, dreamer's gross subtle world, dreamer's body, sleeper's causal world, sleeper's causal body, causal world appears and disappears, but nothing happens to Atma. Atma is free. Atma is the observer of this Sakshi. Clear? So that realization alone can give you freedom. Right? So that realization, Atma is the Sakshi. That is the meaning of Tattvamasi. Jivatma, in Jivatma, the Atma is the Sakshi. So the witness, the Sakshi is Brahman. That's the teaching. So if you try to find out Jiva, who is identified consciousness as Sakshi, Atma, Brahman, it won't work. Because already identified the body and mind, it's limited. So for that, Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti is taken. So look at the mountain, look at the sunlight, look at the sky, look at the river, look at the plants. There's a beautiful order in Ishvara Srishti, the creation of the Lord. On the left hand side, you have Jiva Srishti, your mental creation. Out of the Ishvara's creation, you are creating your own private creation. So all of us have private creation in our head, right? Okay, that private creation is what you have to get rid of. That's what is called mukti. Your private creation, when it goes up, then only Ishvara's creation is there. Ishvara Srishti. Now our private creation, oh, I like this. There is a flower only. Everywhere garden flowers. The beautiful red flower is also beautiful. Yellow flower is also beautiful. Black flower is also beautiful in Ishvara's creation. No, no, no. I love only red flower. Jiva Srishti. I don't like black flower. Jiva Srishti. Right? What a bad day today. Sunlight is not there. Or sunlight is not there is not a bad day. Sunlight is not there is Ishvara Srishti. So good and bad is our creation, our mental creation. Now the moment Jiva Srishti comes into picture, Jiva Srishti gets reflected in the outer world. See the pollution, the noise, what is there, the Ishvara's creation. That's the Jiva Srishti. Our mental pollution will spread in the outer world also. The Ishvara Srishti, there's an order, there's a beauty. The small and big, everybody has a place. The ant has a place in the Ishvara Srishti and the elephant has a place. But in Jiva Srishti, no, 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 no. There's no place for the place for only for what I like. What I don't like, there's something I don't like. There's no place for that. This is Jiva Srishti. Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti is clear. The Brahmasutra is talking about Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti to us. How they say, they are trying to take, Brahmasutra is taking the example of waker and dreamer. So dreamer's example is Jiva Srishti because it's there happening in the dreamer's mind. Whereas waking world is Ishvara Srishti. So Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti being taken up for discussion. Right? See, some mental creation is there, but the mental creation is very clearly visible to you in dream. Jiva Srishti. Okay. So that's why to understand Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti, Brahmasutra is taking up the dream state. Because dream state is Jiva Srishti, your creation. So now, why you are asking? Because I have to understand Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Okay. So the Purva Pakshi is trying to disprove that. You are Brahman. He has to create a doubt. You are Brahman. Right? So first he says, there's nothing called Jiva Srishti. Your dream is real only. It starts with that. It starts with a hypothesis that Jiva, dream, everything is Ishvara, no? Jiva is also Brahman, no? What is the question of, what is the common dream? Dream world is also real. Like that he starts. Is the logic clear? See, you are saying Tattvamasi, that means Jiva is Ishvara. Then where is the question of any creation with Jiva? It's only Ishvara. Right? So what you forget is Ishvara creates objective reality. Jiva Srishti is a subjective reality. Your subjective reality is not accessible to me. It's your private heaven or hell in your mind. Ishvara Srishti is available to all. Objective reality. So now the discussion is about Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti. That's why dream world is taken. So avasthatraya viveka, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state is taken. Sandhyadikaranam. Sandhya means the 2 points. Sandhya means joining point. Dream state is a joining point of waking state and deep sleep state. So that is taken. Okay. So Sandhya also another meaning is there. Sandhya means between this death and next birth. Last moment of this birth, almost you are on the verge of death, and before you take next birth, the point between birth, death and birth is also called Sandhya Kala. In Tibetan Buddhism, they call it as Bardos. Bardos is the junction between the death and life, next life. So today, when he says Sandhya Adhikarana, he is speaking of both. Rishi is speaking of both. Vedavyasa. Dream state as well as the point between the birth and death. Both are to be taken as Sandhya Adhikarana. Okay. So Purva Pakshi says dream state is a real state. Because when we explain the dream, everything is real. In the dream, if a tiger comes, I am afraid, I'll run. In the dream, if I eat food, I'll get my thirst, my hunger will be satisfied. In dream state, if I put my hand into fire, I'll burn. So dream state is real. And he gives a declaration of Shruti, Upanishad, to say dream is real. Okay. So in Upanishad called Brahadanik Upanishad 4.3.10, there are no chariots, nor horses to be in the dream. There are no chariots. Dream in the dream state, there are no chariot is there, no horses are there, no roads are there. But he himself creates the roads, the chariots, the horses, and then travels. He is the agent. So Brahadanik Upanishad says. Okay. So now there's nothing. There's no road, there's no horses, there's no chariot, but still it's created. So then Purva says the word called created is used. Created. The moment you say created, the creator must be there. The creator is the Ishvara. That's his argument. Ishvara is the creator. Anyway, you're saying no, Jiva is Ishvara only. There is no place for Jiva. Ishvara is the only creator of the dream state. Correct? That's what we say, no? All sufferings are because of Ishvara. Everything is Ishvara only. Because he only has created everything. So as Purva says, Ishvara only is created the dream state also. Is the logic clear? Now, do you agree with this or disagree? So he says, because his Ishvara is created, all experiences of dream are real only. If I'm hungry, if I eat food, I'm feeling full. If I'm thirsty, I drink water, I feel thirst is gone. So it's real only because his Ishvara is created. So then he gives further argument. So the Kathopanishad it comes, he who is awake in us, somebody who is awake in us, shaping the objects of desire, my objects of desire, while we are asleep, that is Brahman. Okay, right? That means the Lord is the one who is awake in us. He creates the objects of desire. Jiva has a desire. The objects of desire is created by the Lord. Kathopanishad 2.5.8. Is it clear? So now you people agree with this or not? Disagree with the Purva Pakshi's Vada? If you agree with Purva Pakshi's Vada, we have a problem. What is the problem? Everything is job to do. You are like machines, automations. So there's nothing for us to do. No karma, no dharma, nothing is there. Everything is Ishvara only. No? That's what Purva Pakshi's pointing out. If you say Tattvamasi, that means you don't have to do anything. Ishvara only is the doer. What is karma? What is dharma? What is moksha? That's what is the question being asked. So, what is the desire? Objects of desire, he says. Objects of desire, he gives example in that Upanishad. Sons, children, family, wealth, these are the objects of desires. He creates. So, Purva says, in the waking state also you see the world, we can see the family members. Okay. Like waking state, dream is also real. Dream is also Ishvara's creation. Okay. Are we clear? This Siddhanta says, no, dream is unreal. Dream is not Ishvara Srishti. Dream is the Jiva Srishti. What is the difference between Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti? Jiva Srishti is private affair. It's you. It goes on in your mind. What type of Srishti you are doing in your mind? Heaven or hell? Nobody can see it, but everybody can feel it. When you are going through hell, you'll make sure that everybody else is in hell only. When you are going to heaven, you'll also share your joy. But what goes on in your mind is a private affair. It's Jiva Srishti. right? Ishvara Srishti is common to all. The sky, the earth, the space, the wind, the fire, the water is common to all of us. Okay. There's a difference between Jiva Srishti and Ishvara Srishti. Both are Maya Matram. Both are appearance only. Ishvara Srishti is also appearance. Jiva Srishti is also appearance. Right? Then there's no difference between Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva is Ishvara only. So Jiva Srishti, Jiva has limited ability. It can create only for a moment time. That's why dreams are small. Ishvara is all powerful. His creation runs for trillions of years. His Maya Matram, it's also projection, but it's not short lived. Yeah, it's on his own perceptions. That Jiva Srishti, what is the Jiva meaning of Jiva Srishti, we'll tell later. Right? So Jiva Srishti is very temporary. Example given is dream. It will be there for some time. But most of the time, we'll be experiencing the Ishvara Srishti, waking state. Ishvara Srishti, things are stable. Right? If I'm looking at the sun suddenly it doesn't blow up. In your dream, anything can happen. Suddenly you may start flying also. In dream, what you experience, there's no consistency. It can change. Jiva Srishti cannot be stable and consistent. Right? Inconsistencies then Jiva Srishti. Whereas Ishvara Srishti, inconsistency is not there. All order, law and order is there in the Ishvara Srishti. Are you clear? So then, dream is unreal. Why? In the dream, you saw an elephant. Where is the elephant? It is there on your head. There's no place for the elephant in the head. But still you saw an elephant. Still you saw a big forest. All those things appeared in your mind or in your body. There's no way the forest and the elephant can appear in your mind. So that's why it's unreal. It's your private creation. Then Purva says, it is said that he creates. Ishvara creates. So the answer given by Siddhanta is, he creates means what is not there is not created. What is not there is made to appear as if it is there. Appearance is there. Really there's no elephant. Really there's no forest. Really there's no sun. Really there's no moon. So the creation, the word creation which appears in the Upanishad doesn't mean a new creation. It's appearance. Why it's so? The Mandukya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, same Brihadaranyaka Upanishad further says, the dream wife, dream children are created. Then the dreamer enjoys the wife, children as though. So that means as if he is enjoying. Really they are not there. So the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad initially says created. Then it says he enjoys them as though they are there. Which means they are not there. It's an appearance. This is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Based on that, Siddhanta says, no, dream world is not real. Objects appear with that. Okay. So then he gives another example. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, next sloka. When he dreams, he himself puts the body aside. Body means waking bodies aside. And creates a dream body in its place. That means it's the Jiva who keeps the body aside. Ishvara or Brahman cannot keep the body aside. What? Yes. Question is, Jiva, when you're in the waking state, your body is gone now. The dream body is appearing. The waking state body is gone. That's the meaning of body is kept aside. So waking state body is disappeared when you enter into dream state. Dream body is taken. Okay. Is the logic clear? So now, so the one who is able to change the body cannot be Paramatma, because Paramatma has no body. Atma has no body. It must be Jiva. Then what is the meaning of he creates the dream objects? Objects of desire. Objects of desire is created by Jiva means what? The objects of desire appeared in the waking state. The wife, the children, the society, the money. The impressions of that is taken by Jiva. Impressions are there, vasanas are there. Okay. Waking state vasanas, the projection happens. If the Ishvara doesn't create the dream world of Jiva, the dream world of Jiva is a projection, mental projection of the waking state, vasanas. Are you getting what I'm saying? So waking state, he saw somebody, he liked somebody. That person comes in the dream state in some way. In the waking state, he's angry with somebody. That vasana or impression creates a dream personality. Sometimes we see some persons who are not there. We are not seeing waking state. Also it appears. So that's actually a mixture of other different vasanas can create another vasana. Some sort of different mixture. So out of vasanas, the swapna is created. That's what it means. So this is the out of his own vasana swapna world. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Jyoti Brahmana 4.3.9 it said, because of his vasanas, impressions, the world is created, dream world is created. Are we clear? Now the question comes. Does the Jiva have an ability to create a world, dream world? Does the Jiva has the ability to create a dream world? Ishvara has the ability to create anything in the world. But does the Jiva have the ability to create a world? Jiva himself doesn't have the ability to create a world. Okay. Jiva is recording in the waking state. A recording is the tape recorder. Waking state experiences are recorded in the subconscious mind, chitta. Jiva doesn't create a world in the dream state. The recording in subconscious mind played in some order in the waking dream state. He doesn't create. Record. No? Waking state, you see, get impressions now. It gets recorded. So what gets recorded in the waking state gets played in the dream state. Jiva doesn't create it. What was experienced in the waking state gets projected in the dream state. So Jiva is not creating it in that sense. Then why is the word Jiva is created? Jiva creates it is the question being asked. If you say it's getting projected, then why do you say Jiva is creating it? There should be some meaning for that now. So if I am projecting the memory, correct? Then why will I project some nightmares here? Always, every day, night, I will have wonderful dreams. If Jiva is projecting the dream world, why the hell I project a bad world? Horrible world, horrible nightmare I should project. Jiva has a choice now. Huh? Jiva has a choice. I'll project all beautiful things in the dream. Why project some suffering? Enlisted in the dream. So is this question clear? Ishvara didn't create. Jiva's vasanas are getting projected. So Jiva projects in that sense. If Jiva is projecting, then he should be projecting some beautiful things. Why project horrible things, nightmares? What is the answer for that? The answer for that is Jiva's projection in the dream state is a prarabdha karma which is coming up. Jiva's prarabdha karma appears in the dream state also. Huh? Yeah, prarabdha means what is done so far. Waking state, whatever you have done, or earlier what you have done, is a prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma has a papa and punya. Okay. So if there's a papa in the prarabdha karma, that creates a dream which is suffering. If there's punya in the dream, punya in the waking state, that creates a dream which is joyful. It's the prarabdha karma of the jiva. Jiva doesn't have a choice which dream he has to create. It's the dream is created out of material of prarabdha karma. Okay. Now, who created the prarabdha karma? Did Ishvara create your prarabdha karma? Did Ishvara create your prarabdha karma? He gave you a world. He didn't give you prarabdha karma. In the world, you started imagining your own way and you started living your own way, and that freedom of yours created the prarabdha karma. So, no. Vasanas. Thought appeared. For the thought appeared. Whatever you are interested, whatever you like to do.
That like to do is who's getting it?
Unconsciously only. Unconsciously. See, the Ishvara doesn't interfere in the individual life in that sense. Ishvara provides the infrastructure, total infrastructure. Now it is the jiva, for jiva to do whatever it wants. But the jiva is in adnana, ignorance. Jiva, Ishvara is provides the infrastructure. And jiva is in ignorance. He doesn't know who he is. In the absence of that, he does the karma. Papa and punya. The Ishvara appeared as a reflected consciousness in Jiva. So that Jiva has no understanding of himself. Atma Jnana is not there. In that ignorance, Papa and Punya are created. Okay. Now the Papa and Punya is the karma, and they are the prarabdha karma. So what happens in your dream? You didn't get a nice dream, no. You got any dream what you want. You didn't want that dream, but dream appeared. Some nightmare appeared because of your prarabdha karma. Now, whose creation is your dream now? Ishvara's creation or Jiva's creation? So, is the Jiva's creation of karma, prarabdha karma appeared. That's why it's called Jiva's creation. And no doubt, Jiva cannot do anything with creation without the support of Ishvara. Ishvara is there in the background. No movie can run without a background screen. So Ishvara is there in the background of waking state and dream state. But the creation is Jiva's creation and it's unreal, mithya. So that is the conclusion of first 3 sutras. Is the confusion gone? Okay. So now next 3 sutras. Then the Purvapakshi comes and says, if you say dream is unreal, sometimes what happens in the dream? No, it happens in the world also, physical world also. What they call is dreams which see the future. In some dreams you see the future. And some omen you see. Omen means apashakuna, shakuna. Something you see in the dream that will also happen in your life. If you say waking state is real, the dream conditions also can give the reality of waking state. That's why dream is real. Is the logic clear? What? What did he say? So logic is saying is something what I see in the dream sometimes comes true also now in the waking state. Waking state, if you say real, and dream I also are real, that means dream state also is real. No. Future events, not the past. Prarabdha is past. So something happens in the future, you'll be able to see.
Yeah, that's also part.
Right? So then the Purupakshi says, the Siddhanta says, it's not true. What he says is not true. He'll give some logic for that. We'll find out what is the logic. So then he has to realize that Jiva has to realize, I am Brahman, meditation on Supreme Lord, Tattvamasi. So then ignorance will go. Then he realizes oneness, Jiva and Ishvara are one. This. Then he becomes free from bondage and liberation. Both is not there. Liberation and bondage both are not there. He becomes beyond 323. Sloka, Sutta 323. So then he says avarna or covering is because Jiva is thinking that I am the body. Okay, now why these three sutras are there? We'll understand. Is it clear? Purupakshi says, you say dream is unreal. But many times people get dreams which will become real in the future. Prophecy, they call it prophecy. What will happen in the future? They see. Right? So even Upanishads also say that. It's not just my personal experience. Upanishad also say that. Upanishad says, brother, Chandogya Upanishad. Okay? Chandogya Upanishad, somebody has done karma kanda or karma. Some yajna he has done. Okay? With a desire for something. The desire will not immediately come now. The Chandogya Upanishad says, if you have done karma yajna properly, and in your dream, you see a woman near that yajna kunda. So then, which means that your dream will be fulfilled. That means whatever yajna you have done, the result will come to you. That means you have done properly. That means the future result will be indicated by the presence of a woman near the yajna kunda. Something like that. Okay. Then another Upanishad says, if somebody has a bad woman, bad dream, in which he sees a black person, dark person, who has teeth also is black. Okay. Black person with black teeth. If you see such a person in your dream, that means your death is approaching. Okay. It's called the dreams of, they are called omen. Omen. What do you call omen? No, omen is what will happen in the future. Right. So the Upanishad gives some guideline for interpreting dream also. Now there modern day also there are many dream interpreters also there. Right. One king had a dream. Okay. In the dream, he had become old. His grandchildren and great-grandchildren were dying in front of his eyes. So then he calls the astrologer. What is the meaning of this dream? Then he says, it's a very bad dream, sir. Okay. Your grandchildren, great-grandchildren will die in front of your eyes. The king says, immediately crucify this fellow, kill this fellow. He is giving a bad interpretation of my dream. Then he calls another astrologer. What is this dream? Maharaja, such a beautiful dream. Okay, such a wonderful dream. It's a good dream. That means you will live long. You will live longer than your grandchildren. So same dream. Right? Our human mind, the dream also will interpret in a positive way, negative way. But Upanishad says, give some guideline. When you have done some karma kanda, some dream can come, which will be indicating that phala of your yajna will happen. Okay. So Purupakshi says, since Upanishad itself is saying that some dream can be true, indication of future, right? Then the dream must be real. Is the logic clear? So do you agree with this logic? Dream is indicating something coming in the future. That means dream is real only. Then also he gives another example. In one of the Upanishads, he sees, it said, the person at the time of death, last thoughts will come. Then his future life he starts seeing in front of his eyes. It's actually between life and death, death and life. Person is dying. It's called bardos, a border case between the Sandhya Kala, between the death of the current body and birth of new body. His last thoughts, then you start getting vision where you will be born. Okay, that Upanishad only says he may start getting a vision of the future birth also. So then, is it not a reality? Future birth is real. The place is real. The dream is also real. The dream, if you take as a junction between the waking state and deep sleep state, that's also real. And the dream which you get at the time of death also is real. That's why dream is real. How can unreal dream show the reality? That's why dream is real. What is the logic? Why dream is real? Unreal can never show the real. Your waking state is real. Your dream is unreal. Unreal dream world cannot show the waking world which is real. Is the logic very clear? Do you have any doubt in this logic? Huh? Siddhantika says no. Unreal can show the real. Unreal can show the point to the real. How? You see your face in the mirror, a reflection. Is the reflection real you? Reflection is not you. There is a dark spot, black spot on the reflection. So that black spot shows you a black spot in the face. It means unreal is showing the real. Unreal can show the real. So dream can be unreal, still it can show the reality. Is the logic clear? The guru and shishya both are mithya, unreal, because they are also appearance. Guru and shishya are also appearance, because they are in the maya. Unreal guru or mithya guru can show how mithya shishya, what is the reality, how can he show? In a dream, you are going in a forest. A dream tiger comes. Okay, he starts chasing you. Then you jump into the river. Suddenly you wake up. Then you understand it's a dream. Was the tiger dream in the dream real? Was the river real? But unreal helped you to wake up into reality? Huh? Unreal can help you to wake up into reality. So in fact, only unreality only helps you to wake up in reality because you are already in unreality. You are already in mithya prapancha, maya prapancha. Only maya prapancha only helps us to come. So don't tell the dream is real because unreal dream cannot point to reality. Unreal can always point to reality. So then the question is, the Purva Paksha comes real intention of his questions. Real intention of his questions. Okay. See the logic which is putting. He is trying to show first, there's no Jiva Srishti, it's only Ishvara. Because Tattvamasi, you are Ishvara. So then he says, oh, then I caught you. Jiva Srishti is inferior. You only agree? Jiva Srishti is inferior. Dream is inferior. Ishvara Srishti is superior, relatively. Waking state is superior. Right? It's a Vyavaharik Satya. Jiva Srashti is Mithya, unreal. It's a dream character. Pratibhasika Satya, individual character. Now you have to agree, Jiva cannot be Ishvara, because Jiva Srashti, if the Jiva is Ishvara, then both should be real. Both should be. Logic is clear. The Srashti in the dream should be real, because Jiva is Ishvara only. If you say dream is unreal, dream is Mithya, waking state is real, that means Jiva doesn't have the capability of Ishvara. That means Jiva cannot be Ishvara. Tattvamasi is not true. Huh? If Jiva is Ishvara, he should also have the real creation. And now only you only agree, the dream is not real. The dream is inferior to waking state. Waking state is Maya Srishti, Ishvara, but it's much more clearer, much more real compared to dream state. Now you agree, Jiva and Ishvara don't have the same capability. If these two people don't have the same capability, two beings don't have the same capability, how can they be equal? How Jiva can be Ishvara? This is the logic. Is the logic clear? The answer given is, my dear Purvapakshi, you are missing. Jivatma is a combination, Jiva and Atma. So the Jiva part has identified with the body. Dehatma, I am the body. Because it has identified the body, it is feeling limited. The limitation of the body makes the Jiva doesn't have the power, because it's identified with the limited. Ishvara doesn't identify with anything. Ishvara is free. So that's why you have to contemplate and meditate on Tattvamasi. Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa on Tattvamasi. I am Brahman, I am Brahmasmi.
That is, man is not identified with the he cannot be.
Nani is Brahman. Jiva and Ishvara are one in Brahman. Brahman is free from creation. Nani. So now whether Nani is Ishvara is the question. Okay. Jiva and Ishvara, Jiva has a limited body, Ishvara has the infinite body of the universe. Ishvara has infinite powers. These powers are upadhis. They are not the essential nature of Ishvara. They are the conditions. The essential nature of Satyam, Satyachit, Satchit Ananda is the essential nature of Jiva. Essential nature of Ishvara is Satchitananda. In the essential nature, Jiva, Ishvara and Brahman are one, Satchitananda. Now, Shashti Sthiti Samhara is essential nature or incidental nature? Upadhi is incidental nature. So, Ishvara's Upadhi of creation is incidental nature, it's not the essential nature of Ishvara. In essential nature, Jiva and Ishvara are one, Satchitananda. That way, Jiva is Ishvara. In the essence. Okay. Jivatma is same as Paramatma because of Abhimana. Abhimana means there are Abhimana is identification. Jiva identifies with two types of Abhimana. What is that? Ahankara and Mamakara. Ahankara, it identifies with the body, mind, and intellect. Mamakara means it says these are the things in my mind. Who are these things in the mind? They are in the Ishvara Srishti already. Jiva identifies with Ishvara Srishti. Body, mind, intellect is also Ishvara Srishti. And the objects of the world also Ishvara Srishti. Jiva identifies the part of the Ishvara Srishti and says it's mine. Ahankara and Mamankara, Abhimana. He forgets his own nature. Till Jiva is in the bondage, his abilities are very limited. No, then it's irrelevant. No, it's irrelevant.
Statement is not good.
No. The statement is
as long as he is in bondage.
No. Logic is not that. Logic is Jiva cannot be Ishvara because Ishvara has a limited. Jiva has limited. Ishvara has unlimited ability. Right? So now the answer given is ability is not essential nature. Satchidananda is essential nature. Jiva and Ishvara are one as Satchidananda, as Brahman. So don't compare the ability level. Even at the ability level, Jiva is not happy. Ishvara is Ananda Swarupa. Jiva is not Ananda. That's because Jiva has identified with the body and mind. Ahankara, Mamakara, Abhimana is bothering Jiva. Okay. So then what you have to do? Shravana, Manana, Nityasa you have to do. Then you have to realize Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Satchidanandatma, Shivananani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Realize true nature, then you are Brahman, beyond creation. No birth, no death. Satchidananda Swarupa. At Satchidananda Swarupa, Jiva and Ishvara are one. At the ability level, Jiva and Ishvara cannot be one. There is a film actor and there is an Olympics runner. The ability wise, they cannot be same. Film actor cannot even run 100 meters. Their abilities are different. But essentially, both are human beings. At the human being level, they are same. Similar, Jiva and Ishvara at Brahman level, they are same. Do not compare at the ability level. So Jiva, Ishvara, Ekatva has to be understood. Jiva and Ishvara both are Brahman. At the Brahman nature, they are one. So this is to clarify Tattvamasi Vakya, recreate some doubts, clarify the doubts and give a clarity and conviction in the Tattvamasi. So logic, you see how we adopted logic. Purvapakshi is attacking Ishvara is all powerful. Ishvara is Srishtikarta, all powerful. He is able to create a universe. Whereas Jiva is not powerful, he says. If Jiva is Ishvara, then Ishvara should have created the dream world also, he says. Okay, the dream world has imperfection. So then the answer is no. Jiva is dream world is Jiva's creation. If Jiva is creating a dream world, he should have created a beautiful dream. No, it's a prarabdha karma of the Jiva which is coming as a dream world. This how? So then Ishvara Srishti is, Jiva Srishti is inferior to Ishvara. So that's why Jiva cannot be equal to Ishvara. Tattvamasi is not possible. So then don't compare them at the ability level. That ability is incidental. Creative ability is incidental. The essential nature is Satchidananda. So then you have to see Atma Swarupa. Atma Swarupa is Satchidananda. Ishvara is also Brahman. Satchidananda. At that level, they are one. If you understand this, the Jiva, if you understand, Jiva becomes free from all limitations. So this one way of giving clarity on Tattvamasi. Brahmasutra has some other ways of giving clarity on Tattvamasi. We'll take next class.
Jiva is free from all limitation.
Time and space limitation is gone, no? There is a creation now. Not Jiva, Jivatma actually. Jivatma has forgotten this Atma. It has become body and mind, then becomes Jiva. Let us sit silently for some time. Close your eyes.
But when he has to operate, his limitations come into picture.
Because the more the mind is pure, the power of Ishvara start flowing through the Jiva, the vehicle. There's no Jiva and Ishvara. So let us close our eyes, sit silently for some time. Let us contemplate on today's teaching. A Jivatma forgets he is the Atma. He identifies with the body, waking state body, dream state body, deep sleep state body. So if Jiva is Ishvara, the creative ability should be same of Ishvara and Jiva. That's why the dream creation is taken first, because dream creation is private creation of the Jiva. The Purvapakshi says the dream creation is real because Ishvara only is there. Jiva is Ishvara. This Siddhanta says no. The dream creation is not real because dream forest, dream elephant, all appeared in the mind of the person. There's no space there. In the dream, if I wake up, if I go to America and wake up, then I don't wake up in America. I wake up in Bangalore only. In that sense, dream travel also is unreal. So dream creation, dream has no consistency. Let's say Jiva Srishti. Jiva Srishti means private creation which happens in our mind. It's not necessarily dream. In the waking state also private creation happens. Waking state also something keeps on, thoughts keep on going in our mind. Whereas Ishvara Srishti is the objective reality. What you see, universe, the space, the wind, the fire, the water. So Purvapakshi says, if Jiva Srishti is inferior, Ishvara Srishti is superior. Jiva cannot be Ishvara. So my dear Purvapakshi, don't compare Jiva and Ishvara at the creativity ability level. They are all incidental. They are not essential nature. Essentially, Jiva is Satchit Ananda, Ishvara is Satchit Ananda. Both are Brahman in the essence. Brahman is free from the creation, beyond all limitation. He is the Paramatma. Jivatma is Paramatma. We have to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa to get a clarity and become free from bondage. Jivan Mukti. Jiva has limited ability because Jiva has identified with the body-mind complex. Ahankara, Mamakara limits the Jiva. When he realizes I am not the body, mind or intellect, Jiva becomes free. Jiva realizes I am the Atma, Atma is Brahman. I am the Brahman. I am the pure awareness, Brahman. Asatoma, Sadgamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma, Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purna, Purnamuduchate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Nan, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananani, Shivoham, 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 Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam, Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyakjyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham. I am the light of the self, awareness, Atma Jyoti. I am the light beyond all lights, Paranjyoti. I am the light illuminating the world, Jagat Jyoti. I am the self-luminous light, light of love, peace, and compassion. Lokaha samastaha sukino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukino bhavantu. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Rub both of your hands. Gently give warmth to the eyes. Slowly open your eyes. there are, you can subscribe to Light of Self Foundation website. Email ID of Light of Self Foundation is given. Children's program, you can go to iLead program. Anybody has any questions?
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Namaste.
ಇದು ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಕಾಲ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ 2 ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು. ಒಂದು 3 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗೆ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ waking state, dream state and deep sleep ಗೆ. ಬಟ್ one more example, death and birth ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಕಾಲ there is a huge gap, you know.
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, at the time of death person is alive and he goes to death, so that time he gets a dream. That's called sandhya kala, not another birth.
Okay. With that time only, that is sandhya kala.
Yeah, at that time he gets a dream of the future.
Okay.
Where he is going to be born.
Okay. And one more question, you preempted why the desires are coming because of the objects created. But though it is the appearance, you say, objects are appearance, but they're not the real nature. But still we possess the objects, you know.
Yeah. So.
But we enjoy the objects and all.
No.
It is appearance. We possess the objects.
Yeah, correct. That's called mamakara. Possessing the objects is the mamakara. So the objects, the problem is not the objects. Problem is that thinking that objects are giving me happiness is the problem.
Okay. That's right.
Right. So with the illusion that I am getting happiness from the objects, I possess the objects.
Okay.
That's false.
That's not the reality. That's not the reality.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ಗುರುಜಿ, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಪ್ರಾರಬ್ಧ, ಅದು ವಾಸನಾಗೆ ಅನುಸಾರವಾಗಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್?
Question is regarding the dreams. Whenever when Guru Pakshi was asking, it was because some dreams come true, whichever so that is real. Okay, that you were telling. So adu are real ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ ಪ್ರಕಾರ it is due to vasanas, those this one will become real and
no. The vasanas is different. Vasanas is past. Past is we are going to experience.
Okay.
So dreams of the future is not a vasana.
Okay.
Dreams of the future is what will happen in the future. You are able to observe. So that's because your mind, for a moment, it has touched the reality. It has become sattva, something like that.
Okay.
Not because of the vasana you are able to see the future. The mind is in the dream state, is able to touch the reality.
ಒಂದು ಗುರುಜಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ, you told us that you will be seeing a different people, whether people from your life or from some other people whom you don't know. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ?
That's all, either live people you have seen in this world today, or past life, or a mixture of some vasanas. That's all. It's a mixture.
Okay, Guru, understood.
It's a mixture.
Thank you. Yes.
So you may see an animal who flies like a bird but walks like a horse, runs like a horse. It's a mixture of bird and horse. Vasana. It's mixed up.
Okay. Thank you, Guru.
Okay. So anybody else have any questions?
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಅಶೋಕ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು.
ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅಶೋಕ್.
ತುಂಬಾ ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನುಸುಕಿನ ಜಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಕನಸು ನಿಜ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ನಿಜನಾ ಗುರುಜಿ?
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನಸು ನಿಜ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಕನಸು, ಮೆನಿ early morning dreams will become real, not necessarily true. Some dreams will become real. Many dreams are because of vasanas. Right? Early morning is called Brahmi Muhurta. At that time, our mind becomes sattvic. At that sattvic, mind is able to see some future. So that dream may become real. Not all dreams are possible. Many of the dreams are because of vasanas, past vasanas. In the sattvic mind, the mind is sattvic, we may be able to see something. That's a future. Right? Not everything what you see in the early morning will become true.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ.
Okay.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೇಳಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ದು ಕೆಲವು ಕನಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸೀನ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೀನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕೆಲವು ಕನಸು. ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ.
So in dream, one scene to other scene we change, but I don't understand.
Yes.
Please understand that in dream you don't question that. Only you question in the waking state. In the dream state, today you are today in Bangalore, suddenly you are in America. You will not question that. For you, it's natural, isn't it? Only in the waking state say, how can I be in America and how can I be in Bangalore? You will get question in the waking state, not in the dream state.
Okay.
Right? In the dream, when you are experiencing it, it appears to be real.
Correct.
Being in America or India appears to be very real. Or you may start flying also. That also appears to be very real in dream.
ಕೆಲವು ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದಿರ್ತೇನೆ,
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ವೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅದು ರಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. Waking state. In the dream state, whatever you, even if you are flying in the sky, that appears to be real only. It's meaningful only.
Correct.
Isn't it?
Yes,
Dream state, you don't have any problem. Dream state appears to be real when you are experiencing it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Hari Om, Hari Om.
Anybody else any questions?
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Yes, Kumari.
Prabhuji, most of the times in dreams we see past and present and we don't see ourselves. But there are some dreams where we see ourselves in settings which are not in past or present. Are they different?
All dreams are nothing but your impressions. That's all.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Impressions may appear in different forms. That's all. But they are all impressions, vasanas.
Noted, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Shall we close for the day? At 11:30 we have Kannada session. Anybody any questions?